And we are back with the Eastern European DPC Division 1 here. I'm Harry Freak, joining me is OTOMO, and hopefully he can hear me because there might be some Discord issues here between me and him. OTOMO, do you hear me? So the answer is no. Hopefully we do get those.
I can't hear you at all. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Hello? Is it good now, OTOMO? There's something wrong with OTOMO's Discord.
I'll see what I can do on my side and see what's wrong.
Either way, though, guys, welcome back here. It is going to be game 3 of NAVI versus Darkside. Hopefully, Discord does work there because OTOMO, you guys can hear me, but OTOMO cannot. And hopefully, we are going to be getting those things fixed here on our end before we do get into the game 3 of this series. For those of you that are just joining us, this is the first day of Division 1 here. OTOMO, of course, is standing in for Rob because Rob was unavailable today to cast with me. So we're bringing you the Dota action. This is not the only match that we have today. After this one, it's going to be Hydra versus One Move, and the pause between the series is not going to be long, considering that we did get this one to go all the way to game number 3. So hopefully that is all going to be completely fine there. That the second series goes to 3 games as well. We'll see if we do get ourselves into the draft fairly soon, and it probably will be that way. Looking at OTOMO, he can't hear me, but you can see how confused he is that the Discord isn't getting the sound through. OTOMO, do you hear me now? Yeah, I'm gonna say no. And there it is. We are going to be getting into the draft. The Monkey King will be doing just that. As you mentioned, Navi, Darkside, it is 1-1 currently. And we are going to be getting ourselves here into the draft of game number 3. And Io is finally going to be banned out because that hero has really been a big impact in the games, though. It is 1-1 with the hero because, you know, Navi, they didn't manage to win with it the second time. They won game number 1 when they had the Lesh, but in game number 2 when they didn't, when they were playing against it, then it was a bit different.
No, it's my fault. The wire was off.
To ban.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I feel stupid.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know, it's important that we have one smart guy, one beautiful guy in our cast. I feel like that's very important. Also, one humble guy. All of that is very nice. So, OTOMO, there is gonna be a Clockwork coming out. Darkside, they are finally gonna be playing something that's a little bit more in the meta in terms of support.
Navi's turn.
Yeah, I mean, this side of the Darkside pick works well. I'm hearing myself through VMix now. Okay, so that's a bit of an issue.
You can mute VMix. It's no problem.
Navi.
Sniper.
Just mute it, and you're
let me work on this a bit more.
You're gonna be completely fine. Either way, there's gonna be a sniper coming out here for Darkside and Navi. They're gonna be picking up a Mirana. So definitely a different approach than what we saw earlier, though. I always like it when I see a melee support in the sniper versus the Beastmaster in the previous meta. Previous small patch. You know, it was usually the Treant Protector. Now with the nerfs that he has gotten, people are staying away from him. So that's why Darkside are gonna be going for a Clockwork. If OTOMO does fix his problems there, but either way, we will be fine. We're seeing it's a physical problem, you know, with the headset there.
Dire team ban. Navi's turn to ban.
They do ban out the Ursa. They do ban out the Slark. Those are both Shigetsu's heroes. In the previous season, he played so much of it. He played them in third-party tournaments as well, and was very successful even against the Division 1 teams. So I'm liking the approach of the draft from Darkside. I like their approach to the draft both times. Just game number 1, they were lacking a bit of damage.
Yeah, I like the sniper and the Clockwork combo. Yeah, hello?
We
Yeah, I was
got
gonna
you
say I
now.
like
We
the
got you
sniper, the
now.
clockwork cob. Okay, thank you. And I mean, it's good combination in the lane because you can just cog and shrapnel. It's a good way of just saving the sniper if people jump on him later on. But the other side, Beastmaster Mirage is pretty good as well. You know, the roar plus the arrow follow up, not as
10
amazing
seconds
in the
remaining.
lane, I'd say. Like, you know, Beastmaster is a pretty solid laner, but overall,
5 seconds
I
remaining.
think I agree with you. I like Darkside's opening a lot more than Navi in this one.
In terms of laning, whenever I see a Mirana with any offlaner, I feel like if they can shove in the wave and with the Mirana arrow into one creep, you secure the other one with the wild axes, I feel like you're okay-ish. You shove in the lane
Yeah.
where you make
Navi's
sure
turn
that
to
the enemies
ban.
can't go for you. They have to go farm the creeps.
No, I mean, there's like I agree with you. Like, there's like merit, but I mean, I'd still favor the sniper clockwork just a little bit more. You know, although clockwork against Beastmaster with the boars, you know, there's a lot of the barrier assault damage gets a bit wasted. You know,
10
I can just leap
seconds
away, but
remaining.
yeah, I think I'll go with Darkside a little bit. They do get rid of
5
two of
seconds
Shigitsu's best
remaining.
heroes, which are the Ursa as well as the Slark. We've been hyping these up all series. They also get rid of Melojule's Batrider, who he does pretty well with. I think he's something like 10 out of 11 in the last pub games that he's played. He's been spamming the hero quite a bit. Whereas Navi, they've been focusing a lot on Blizzy, getting rid of the Centaur as well as the Tide Hunter. I'm sure that there's a bit of a tough time with his offlane picks.
Navi's
As well as
turn
the
to pick.
Enigma. Wow, that is a real focus on Blizzy.
Yeah, definitely.
Dire team
They're definitely doing that quite a lot. There is going to be an Undying coming out, so we are going to have, I'd say, solid laning duo and farming duo on the supports of Navi. But when it comes to
Yeah.
damage teamfight, they can be lacking there. So I'm kind of afraid here. Of course,
seconds
Sniper
remaining.
usually tends to stand his ground, and if he's standing his ground, the Tombstone could be a
5
problem. But
seconds
then again,
remaining.
Sniper is also one of the better heroes to take it down when you're trying to control the area
Yeah.
with the Tombstone itself. So it can go either way here with this pick.
Yeah, still favoring a little bit more of Darkside, to be honest with you. But I mean, yeah, the Clockwork doesn't like the Undying, but Undying also received pretty substantial nerfs, at least in the mana department. Soul Rip was 90 mana every level, like 90, 100, 110, 120. Now it's like 120 from level 1. And Decay's mana cost used to be 85 to 100. Now it's 100 also. Although this was a previous like nerf. So Undying, despite being one of the smartest strength heroes, something like 2.8 or 3 and intelligence gain, he still have mana issues. Like the Nine Mangoes is good, but then he runs out of steam around 3 minutes, and then suddenly you have this Undying who doesn't have mana, who can't do anything, who has to keep killing himself to enemy towers to be useful. So I don't like Undying too much in this situation. And the sniper counters him later on. His laning phase has been gimped quite a bit, so not feeling it.
Also, a lot of heroes that lane well with the Undying are range heroes. A lot of range heroes don't do well against the Sniper. And there is going to be a Nature's Prophet coming out. We can expect it to be an offlane Nature's Prophet, especially now with the position 4 Spirit Breaker coming out. Could be a position 5 Spirit Breaker, position 4 Clockwork, but I'm kind of leaning more that it is going to be Soneko playing the Clock and Roger on the Spirit Breaker. So a lot of global presence coming out from Darkside.
10 seconds remaining.
No, I mean you're right on, right? Roger's been playing quite a bit of the
5
Spirit Breaker, so
seconds
Nico,
remaining.
his Clockwork is one of the heroes that he plays. So I do feel like, and you mentioned Nature's Prophet, so they have good beefy
Dire
supports.
team
Like I
ban.
love the Spirit Breaker Clockwork combo. It's like this nice durable duo that can just go in front, make space, good stuns. Both of them BKB piercing have BKB piercing abilities. The Spectre on. I don't love the Shigitsu Spectre, not because like anything
Navi's
about him.
turn
It's just
to
that
ban.
you have against Nature's Prophet and Sniper.
Ban.
Both of the heroes don't mind making Silver Edge at all. They love the item. It's fine for them. And Spectre, once you get broken, your dispersion, you lose a lot of value. There is a good global presence coming out with the Shadow Step when you get the Aghanim Scepter, but it feels like it's not much compared to what Darkside has, where it's
10
like
seconds
from
remaining.
the start they already have charge as well as teleport. So
5
not feeling the
seconds
Navi draft
remaining.
still.
In my mind, this Spectre is a top tier pick against what Darkside has, because you get out of the cogs, you aren't that easy to kill. You go through the sprout. You can get on top of the
I got you.
Prophet
I got
and
you, man.
yeah. Thank you.
Сейчас поиграем.
But the thing is
Сейчас
that
поиграем.
you don't have any damage on your team to finish people off. So I think there's going to be a lot of it on the last pick of Navi. And if they don't get something that's going to pop off, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, I feel like Oh, you might like the you think the Spectre's pretty good.
Navi's
For me, I kind
turn
of
to
disagree. But
ban.
that was a great ban. I love the Zeus ban by Darkside because you were talking about damage. I was looking. I'm like, yes, we
Dire
definitely
team
have
pick.
damage issues. Navi, who could they go with for Melajul? OD wouldn't be so bad, honestly. The saves are pretty good. And this Melajul and like the hero does get decent buff. Although I don't think the buff matters. It's basically his ultimate does double damage to illusions, which I look at Darkside. That's not going to be they don't have illusion heroes on their side, but
10 seconds
yeah,
remaining.
I feel like OD for Navi could give them the
Navi's
damage that they
turn to
need.
pick.
Who they go with? They go with the puck. Nice bit of team fight, very elusive. You look at Navi, like if you have roar and that's it for catching the puck,
Yeah.
because arrows aren't gonna land. Undying Spectre don't have stuns. Navi, they have to solve damage and control issues with this last pick, and I don't think that's happening.
10
And even
seconds
that,
remaining.
you know, Roar, he winds up, he takes his breath like, and
5
then
seconds
until he
remaining.
lets
Yeah.
go of his roar, the puck is already gone. So, and also puck is a counter to a lot of those heroes that are gonna pop off that do the damage. You know, like the Queen of Pain or something along those lines can suffer against the puck as well. So I'm loving this Darkside lineup, I have to say.
Same. Melajul, what does he got? Let's see. Ember Spirit's banned, Tiny's banned, Sand King's banned. He does play a bit of Snapfire. What about Leshrac? Leshrac, I feel like the damage takes so long. Like if you get Leshrac, like you have Spectre for damage over time, you need something a bit more. Maybe they might consider going. I mean, I want to say Storm Spirit, but then you're up against Puck. Pango, is he in the pool? I mean, Pango could be an option for them. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like Navi has so much to solve with this last pick, but we'll see what they go for. I'm
I
feeling
mean,
Pango might be okay.
you could go for a Dragonite. It doesn't give you damage, but it gives you double push. So then we're just moving around the map.
There you
You
go.
may now
Yeah,
select your
we're just
heroes.
moving around the map. You can dodge the enemies, but this is where the Spirit Breaker comes into play. This is where the Nature's Prophet come into play. I feel like this is an okay pick for Navi, but it is not. I mean, Darkside has all of the tools to solve that problem, right? So if
Yes.
Navi don't do super well in this mid lane, if they don't crush the laning phase, I think they're up for a very bumpy ride.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Dragon Knight and I'm thinking, well, he also doesn't like break. Like you doubled the value of a Silver Edge, right? Because when you take heroes with multiple strong passives, then suddenly, Silver Edge is like, oh, should I get it? Should I not get it? But it's like, oh, you're up against like you have the Beastmaster's Aura, you have the Spectre's Dispersion, you have Dragon Knight's Dragon Blood. Like you want to get it in this situation. Beastmaster not so much, but the other two for sure. So I don't know. The Dragon Knight, I'm like, it's like it doesn't really change my mind. I think Darkside won the draft. Navi, they could take the series, but I'm gonna go with Darkside. I was on the Navi train 2 games in a row. I'm switching up. I think that I love the Spirit Breaker Clockwork. I think Nature's Prophet, like Global Presence, too much. You have great builders for the Silver Edge. Puck is super hard to catch. I'm all in. I'm all in on Darkside. How about you? Are you with me, Harry Freak?
Yeah, I'm staying with Darkside. You know, I thought they came in as the favorites. I think that they have a
No.
very cool way of drafting, and I think they did a really good job here. They have ways of dealing with everything. But with that being said, we do have a game ready. Before that, a word from our sponsors.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600. Cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And we are back here in Dota action, seeing all of the nice player faces there, just seeing how focused they are. Both of the teams want to win this one. They understand this might be an elimination game right off the bat, because Navi and the Darkside, they probably aren't going to be the top of the pack, though who knows, the season is only starting.
Yes.
But there are some mistakes that some of the other teams usually are not going to make. So I'm not seeing them as like teams that are gonna be going to the
30
major or something,
seconds
at
to
least not
battle.
currently. So I think this is very important for both of them.
I gotta say, I love how bold you are, where you're just like, because a lot of times we have to be like pretty diplomatic, like, oh, maybe, but to be fair, yes, Darkside and Navi wouldn't be our like,
Сейчас поиграем.
they'd be like 4th or 5th choice to make to the top 3. You're gonna put a bunch of other teams first and be like, yeah, maybe they could. But we have some surprises. TSM did beat Shopify Rebellion in Tour 1. Beast Coast beat
The battle
EG in South
begins.
America. So they are, like, those teams all made it to Major, but there are sometimes surprises that can happen for us. Darkside as well as Navi though, it's you gotta get those points early because these two teams are more likely to be relegated than they are to be going to the major, if that makes sense. You know, so you want to get those wins when you can.
Navi still favored here by our sponsors over at EGB. I mean, to be honest, there's this thing, you can't get Navi out of Division 1. They just won't fall through. Even Secret was taken out in the Western Europe, but Navi, yeah, you can't do it. Like, even if you get him onto 7th or 8th position, they just bounce back. But overall, you know, looking at the lanes here, OTOMO, any preferences?
I feel like bottom lane there's gonna be a lot of farm. This is taking a lot of damage. I feel like bottom lane is just gonna be a lot of farm here. They can harass, and we're seeing Mali doing a really good job. He is down. He already has to start using the mangoes though. He used all his mana, so that's gonna be a problem. But he's doing a good job of zoning out Blizzy in the beginning. But you can see what Roger's doing. He's like, oh, let me just get the creeps myself, bring them back to my guys, so he can just farm it safely. So bottom lane not expecting too much action. And top lane, that's going to be Clockwork, as Soniko on Clockwork, as well as Dizzying on the Sniper. Maybe if they can catch Beastmaster and Cog, seems unlikely. But I think more action is going to happen top for sure.
Roger, he did double up the wave here, so even with Shigetsu pulling the wave back, his courier is gonna die as well. He's not really gonna be able to keep the wave behind or close to his tower. It is gonna be pushing towards the Nature's Prophet. There is gonna be a disconnect there. Roger seems to be having some issues, and every single time I hear this Cybercat's chat wheel, I feel like you're opening up a can of something, and I'm every single time like, is it possible that OTOMO is so unprofessional that he's opening a can on stream? But yeah, it's not your fault, I'm sorry.
Thanks, man. Way to throw me under the bus for absolutely no reason. I was just sitting here doing nothing, you know? Like, what the hell? And I actually have the game muted, so I didn't hear you. But by the way, I like what you were saying earlier about Navi. They have the strongest ability in Dota 2. They have this thing called money. So anytime you get relegated, you just buy your way back, and you're like, yeah, this is awesome. So you'll be like, oh, you guys are getting promoted? Please play under Navi. And we'll see if they can make all what else they can do though. So far, doing decent job in the bottom lane. Blizzy has not had a lane so far. Only 2 creeps in 2 minutes. Not the average you're looking for. And he's out region, by the way. He's
gonna get those. The biggest difference, of course, mid lane 10 and 7. Melojoule is crushing Rabel here, and I mean, it's to be expected. But this might be a bit too much, to be honest. The lanes are going really well for Navi, which they need to go well. But I don't know if this is acceptable for Darkside.
So Nico taking a lot of hits in the top lane, and I love what Mel's going to go for the double bracers, gets a little bit of that extra health, because you look at Darkside, a lot of their damage early on is going to be magical, and if you can get a bit of health going for you, you are going to be, that's really hard for them to bring down. You already have Arbor anyway, so you don't need to go for any Wraith bands. Like double bracer, 400 health once the game hits 25 minutes, very cheap value item, wins the lane for you as well. So just nice move by Melojul. So far, Navi actually coming out hitting all their lanes, bottom lane especially though.
Now, let's see now how many of these creeps Blizzy is going to be getting under the tower. He's not doing that great of a job here being a range hero. Also, this range hero of his kind of screwed him over for the last hits.
Oh.
He is, and he's doing really badly. He could have gotten back to like 12, 13 CS there, but he missed almost every single one.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Because I was doing like, oh, he's going to get someone. I was like, oh, he's 5-1. Then I looked down, I was like, he's still 5-1? Well,
yeah.
Maybe they didn't reach the tower. They're like, oh crap, they're all dead. That's a tough one. That's how I play off lane, by the way. I make the other guy do all the hard work, and I get nothing out of it.
No, that's a pretty nice way to approach the game, I have to say though. Bottom lane Shigetsu is being charged up. Roger, he does a solid amount of damage considering that he does have boots. People might not know, but the damage of the bash of the Spirit Breaker, the more movement speed you have, the more damage you do. So him having boots early on, it's not only a mobility item to get him away from Malady, it's also a damage item in some way.
And by the way, look at it. He's also going to rush for the Boots of Bearing, which I like. You know, you're going to go for the. This is an item that Spirit Breaker. Personally, you just love the movement speed. Before, when you get drums, it's like you use up the charge, and then you're like, oh crap! I got Boost of Bear, but they don't want to use it because Boost of Bear was like 3 minutes to recharge. Now every 30 seconds you can use it. Feels so good on Spirit Breaker. Top lane, he's charging. Are they really gonna go for Malik?
Well, let's see. He was spotted on vision, I think, but Malik seems to not be afraid at all. Maybe he should think about that one again. He's gonna be bashed. He's not getting out of this cogs, but he's trying to fight, at least get a kill before he does go down. And it is gonna be a first blood, so Neeko will be surviving through that Starstorm. Only one more leap left on the Mirana, but Daniel, that should be more than enough for him to survive.
And we got the first blood again. We were thinking it's going to be top lane most likely, and that is what happened. Of course, Roger did have to rotate, but well worth it for the first blood here. And kind of needed. Dizzy is sort of the only one who's really having a good lane for his team, so gotta sure you give him the best chance. I'm kind of worried mostly for Reable. I feel like if you're playing Puck, you want to pop off. Yeah, yes, you can recover later on, but you want to get that level 6. You want to show up on the map. The other 2 heroes, I feel like can recover. Blizzy as well on the Nature's Prophet should be okay, even if he's behind the early stages of the game.
Maljul is literally pulling this puck. I mean, look at the difference between them. 500 gold. I mean, to be expected, but still you don't like it. Daniel gets himself to the low ground. Immediate charge from Roger. Daniel does have one more leap, but if it comes to this kind of a fight, you're still gonna lose it. Roger is very strong. Okay, the bash 17%. Roger, yeah, he should probably go to the casino after this one, because he's really being lucky stars, though. Yeah, no lucky stars for him on the other side, because he's dead.
Ask for your opinion.
That, I mean, Roger, he pushed his luck with the double bashes, you know. There's like, no, you can't get that. You can't get too much. And that was really well played by Daniel. He even gets the stack off in the end. He'll be able to get the D-ward. He does get the D-ward, although I think the Ancients won't be able to spawn, but still gets a nice stack for himself. So Roger pushed his luck and paid the price for it in that situation.
Yeah, he got lucky, but not in ways that he would have liked, though. Melajuli is going for a tower. His siege creep did die, so overall it is not going to be any significant damage to the tower just yet.
Yeah, look at the fact that he's level 6.5 and Reable hasn't even level 6. Like, what an insane. He got 17 denies on the Dragon Knight. Absolutely shredded Reable on this laning stage. And with the power treads, he's gonna be so damn tanky to bring down. And what the hell?
Rabel goes to the side. He does have the Fairy Fire, and the Starstorm does not connect. Nighttime doesn't allow him. Melajul, he went a little bit too deep, and they're coming with heroes. They're gonna be turning the Treants into living things, but Melajul gets pushed back, so Neeko makes a mistake. Oh, so because of it, they're not gonna be getting a kill. The question is, though, do they even kill him inside of the cogs?
Probably, I'll be saying. I mean, he only was able to make that with 300 health, so I think that if they could have, it would have been close either way. But Melajul, like, the double braces and the power trust kept him alive. Lizzie's going to go mid. She gets a complete free farm in the bottom lane. And he's going to go for Radiance. Sorry, top lane, we did miss a kill, my bad. He's going to go for Radiance on the Spectre. We talked about Sacred Relic being a lot cheaper, and you know, Spectre is one of the big beneficiaries of that.
Yeah, definitely one of the biggest ones for sure. When I asked LeBron, you know, I didn't play a lot of games in the new patch. I'm like, any thoughts, you know, so that we can transfer it to the viewers? The main thing he told me is Radiance heroes look like they're gonna be making a big comeback, and with that Spectre, Alchemist, you and me already touched upon those. That there is a good chance that we're gonna be seeing a lot of those until we get closer to the major and get our 733 or 74 or 80. Might be happening, though I doubt it.
Now I'm hoping for 7.32F. That's the one I want. Oh, mid lane.
Okay. Yep, Malady dropping low. He's gonna be trapped in by the trees and will be going down. Melajul, on the other hand, well, he's gonna be completely fine. He has the zombies here. Zombies and dragons reminds us of a show that just got everybody disappointed. Melajul is still in a little bit of trouble, gonna be bashed up, but in the end, this dragon is still very scary. Actually, if they kill him, it's gonna be so weird, but no, he just turns around. You wanted to fight, coming in with the Spectre, and now the puck getting low. He got arrowed. He didn't want to get arrowed. Daniel comes over to clean up house, and you wanted to kill the tankiest, the strongest, the toughest hero on the map, and you're gonna understand that it was a huge mistake. Roger, he would love to live here, and having the charge, he might just have the means to do so, going through everything. The stars are dropping from the sky, and in the end, it is gonna be the neutrals that claim the kill.
Radiant's top tower is under
Better
attack.
than giving it to the enemy side, but still not good. I mean, now Darkside lost what, 3 people? I think we may have cursed them by thinking that they're going to be winning this set, but very difficult situation right now for them. It's tough, but you do have time, right? You're up against a Spectre with who wants Radiance, so she's not going to be that active. I say that right after she was able to like turn the fight mid-game. Melojul on the Dragon Knight, you don't make that ton of space. He's going to go for the Blink Dagger. He's going to take time for him to get it. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Darkside, less than a 1,000 gold deficit for them. It's okay overall, I'd say.
Yeah, but all of the net worth is on the sniper, which is fine. This hero can be a problem early on in the game, but later on, having a Spectre against the sniper is gonna be in a ton of trouble though. So far, it's okay for both teams. They both have ways of going into this game, and Navi, they really want this mid lane tower down, bring in the support. This is gonna be a hard defense.
Yeah, Rogers, level 4. I mean, he's not going to be able to, doesn't have the strike. Be able to he's got the ultimate, and he does land it on the Mirana.
Yeah, he landed on everybody. They're all caught in it, but they're standing their ground with the Tombstone. This is where we bury her. Actually, he gets the Mirana down, and Rabel gets himself away, but the zombies are still following him. They need to kill the Tombstone. Will be able to do so, and the Dragon Knight, he died as well. Melojul, no escape for him, and the Puck with a beautiful coil keeps them all in place.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, beautiful move by Rebel. He actually took a giant stack before that to help him recover a little bit. That he shows up, and I was saying, like, you need the Rebel to have a good game. You can it's okay if Lizzie or Dizzying are suffer a little bit. If Rebel has a good game, you're fine with that, and they are going to be able to get the tier 1 mid as well. So Darkside turning what was looking like their tower falling into an advantage for them. Well done, and they are able to snatch the lead, I think, for the first time in the game.
Yeah, definitely. Malik on the top lane hasn't even been able to secure the tower. He's now being charged up. He does have the Helm of the Dom, but the question is, do you even get out of this one? Just enough mana for a roar, and both of the supports are coming for him. So Neko is being blocked in by the creeps. He's going to be pushed back by the Nether Strike. From the side, Rana goes in with the arrow. He connects on that one with the roar on Roger. Trying to run away. Bulldoze is going to allow him for that roar not to last long. And in the end, nobody dies.
I'm surprised that Roger hasn't gone for the Tranquil Boots early. Like, it's 11 minutes, he has the gold for it, but he's not actually finishing his Tranquil Boots. When I played with Spin Breaker, it's helpful for you early on, but he's going for like a bit more of the stats item, getting the Belt of Strength instead. So this does limit his aggression, right? Because when you take a few hits, you have to go back to base, and as you just showed, like, you can't just be in the lane, like in the jungle next to a guy healing up with the Tranquil, or just in the lane. So interesting choice.
Though he is gonna be in a smoke a couple of seconds later, so it seems like Roger didn't lose too much. Malik, no more roar. Might be screaming in pain fairly soon if he gets caught. Where do they want to go? They know that the Mirana is on the top lane, and Daniel, he's not the easiest kill, but with the coil, he shouldn't be able to get himself away. They don't want to use it though. The silence will be enough, more than enough. Rabel does a lot of damage.
Yep, and I mean, there's a nice kill for them, right? They didn't have to use any resources for it, no big ultimates or anything, so they're very happy to get that kill on Daniel. And Blizzy, he's also going to show up top, and suddenly this nice kill on Mirage turns out to possibly be a tower as well.
Or at least a lot of damage onto it. They have a siege creep, they have a DD on Rabel as well still, and this Treants, they're going to be a good way to tank it. Is that gonna be enough for Darkside to pull out? Yep, it is. They just get themselves back.
Look at how much damage they did to that tier 1. And top lane, bottom lane, Shigitsu, he's by himself, and he's getting very close to that Sacred Relic. About only one creep away, and he's gonna get it. At that point, once the Radiance shows up, the Spectre is still fairly easy to bring down, but it will bring a lot of damage. I think you press pause and you can do what, like... How much damage does Spectre? It's something like, you do something like 250 damage just on everyone, just with one haunt, even if they're invisible.
Overall, I feel like, you know, people always talked about Dota doesn't have any big item timings, you know, but the Spectre is like the biggest one with Radiance. That's exactly what he's gunning for, and definitely going to be a lot. On the top lane, they did kill the Clockwork, but it's coming at a cost, because if Malik dies, it's actually a disaster with the Silence. He's not going to be able to roar, and it is going to be a 1-for-1 with the tower in the end. Well, it did survive as well, so Darkside are more than happy with the outcome.
Yeah, so it's fine for them. If especially Darkside is able to get the tower themselves. Dizzy, he's got the... I think he's going down he's got the Hurricane... Not the Hurricane Pike, sorry. The Dragon Lance on the way as well, so he's going to be fine. And yeah, right. I mean, the Spectre base is going to be a big deal, but... it's a nice bit of damage. You know, if they are able to focus the Spectre though, they should be okay. Oh, nice move by Dizzy. Make sure that he doesn't get denied.
Yeah, that looked pretty funny. Him standing in place, like, what the hell is he doing? He's waiting for an arrow to connect onto the tower. That tower dropping, it's a big hit to the Beastmaster. You want to be the one controlling the top part of the map. Without the tower, it's gonna be quite harder. And they go in with the hook shot onto Malady. Want to kill him. The two supports don't have a lot of damage, but they might just have enough. Malady wants to get out in the end. Will be taken down by Soneko, who has put himself in a bad spot. He is gonna plant the seeds of Serenity. They're not gonna be enough to save his life. And they did find the Dragon Knight. The damage is going to be sufficient. He wants to get the stun onto the puck, but it doesn't matter with the sniper coming over. The damage is going to be more than there to finish off the Dragon Knight. And Darkside again come out on top.
Good move by Darkside. I mean, again, Shigetsu, he is very, very close to. He's gonna have radius about 200 gold. Then his farm is gonna escalate. But you look at the other side, Dizzy has had a fantastic game, very close to the Hurricane Pike as well. I think actually he still has the 4-step recipe to go. Roger still confuses me with the drums before Tranquil Boots. I feel like Twitch chat with their gigantic brains would know this better than me, but I still can't help but think the Tranquil Boots would have helped him be more active. He's walking around with half health right now. He'd be full health with the Tranquils.
The seeds of fortune.
Overall, though, Shigetsu, he is approaching the Radiance. He's almost there. His career is already ready, and there it is. The Radiance will be given to the Spectre. So you talked about the big damage amp, and now it's gonna be there for Navi. Is this enough for the Spectre to feel confident enough to come into a fight and commit onto it, or is he still gonna be slightly timid?
I mean, if everyone's half health, you're okay coming in, but I don't think it's like something you throw out at the moment the fight starts. Maybe if he gives you some visions helps, but I mean, okay, you can throw it, but you don't have to commit the main Spectre body. Just throw out the Haunt Illusions, and Shigetsu. Oh, Spirit Breaker. Roger just passes him by. Will they be able to find him? They use a scan, but they can't find anyone. And maybe Shigetsu's gonna walk into a creep wave. That might be an opening for them, but Darkside looks like everyone's already back. So it turns out to. They aren't able to kill Shigetsu. You gotta get rid of the Spectre first. It's too risky for him to hunt him.
Well, they found the sniper, and yeah, he's not gonna be found any longer because he's just dead with the Haunt being used. The damage is gonna be more than enough. They get a kill, and the Roar, a follow-up will be there as well. Danielle, he gets both of those kills because Mirana, well, she needs it the most.
Yeah, what's he going to go for it? He's just going for go for 4-step. He only has one Wraith Band, but does a lot for the Mirana, and he's pretty farm for support, way ahead of Roger, and not too far from Lizzie, who he's getting close to Agno set, but he's not farming very well on the Nature's Prophet right now. It's kind of scary because you do need him at one point, him or at least the sniper to get a Silver Edge. Otherwise, you're not killing Spectre at all.
Yeah, it's becoming hard for Darkside because they're not super aggressive. They're gonna charge up Shigetsu so they see him clearly, but seeing him and being able to do anything about it are two completely different things. Going for a TP out, and they will cut it with the coil, but I'm not sure you're getting this kill. Just get yourself out. So Neko, he hook shots onto his teammate. He gets a double cog as well. They're coming in. They really want this kill. You're going into Radiance. You're gonna be taking a lot of damage, and now with the Nether Strike, he's finally dead. But the backline sniper has been caught yet again. They found their opening now. You don't have the constant outputs of damage on the side of Darkside, and Melojul, he is so tanky. Here comes a Dragonite and a Dragon, and the Fairy one, well, he's just not going to be strong enough to survive. No mana, no HP. That's going to be a fight for Navi.
Very unfortunate. That's 2 in a row where we received Dizzying sort of get caught. First one wasn't really his fault. Like, I mean, neither was this one, honestly, but Navi is playing really well. They're able to just jump on the sniper and take away all his damage. He's got the Maelstrom, he's got the Dragon Lance, but it doesn't matter if he can't hit anyone. And the Blink Dagger finish on Melojul's been doing a lot of work, and even Daniel being able to jump for staff, get close to the sniper has been causing him problems. So this is turning into, like it says, 87% for Navi. I think that's very fair. It is feeling like a 90% Navi game right now.
I feel like Dizzying is really dropping the ball. Last season on Darkside, it was DK Fogus who wasn't doing too well, but at least his heroes, you know, were getting first pick. It was kind of being thrown under the bus. Dizzying, he gets the perfect laning phase, and still he dies twice in a row without contributing anything. So this is a problem. Hopefully he can bounce back from it in the later stages of the DPC, because this is not looking good for him personally.
Hey, first of all, he threw a shrapnel. All right, I will not have you belittling his contribution. He threw a shrapnel into the Clockwork Cogs. and he's like, my job is done, you know. So no, but yeah, you're right. He does need to do a little bit more. He does have the groove bow, which is pretty much the best item you get for sniper. And they might find Malady here. They want to go for it. Like they could charge. Oh, okay, so go for the fight.
You need to run. That's just a tombstone in a perfect position that you cannot deal with ulti. From the Nature's Prophet, actually, they go back in because with the Naganim Scepter, actually quite a lot. Dizzying now, this time around, he's gonna be a good one in the fight because he'll take down the tombstone. Now going for more. Roger, does he have the Nether Strike? He's gonna be going for it. Gets himself a little bit away so that Malik cannot roar. Has been taken down. Now with the Haunt, they see everyone clearly, but they don't really have the strength to continue fighting here. So Darkside are gonna be fine. Arrow does not connect. The TP out will be in time. Daniel, though, he does reveal his positioning, but will be getting himself out.
Really good move by Darkside to the way they moved in and out, and good, you know, like credits to Roger, right, knowing just, all right, I'm gonna go in, guys, just help me out, and yeah, well played by them. Shigitsu was able to stay, so Dizzy was able to stay behind, do the damage that he needs to. Shigitsu throws out the ultimate, which is a big deal because now it's not available for 2 minutes, and Darkside they say, hey, no Spectre Haunt, just go for the Roshan ourselves.
No Tombstone, no Haunt, and no Hawk, because the Beastmaster is dead. Daniel dropping low. Oh, he's gonna live. He also has a healing sound. No, you're not gonna live. They have a vision there on the mid lane, and that sentry isn't even gonna find it. They know where the ward is, but Malady cannot get close, and you also get a bonus kill and the Roche. Great sequence of events for Darkside.
Yeah, Dizzying is also going for the Shadow Blade, so Silver Edge is going to come fairly early in this game, which is much needed. Melojul, after what was a very dominant laning stage, he hasn't done too much. 1, 2, and 3 feels like he has been playing very, I don't say passive, but not involved with the team. He is going for the BKB, but he's got some. Like he's halfway through the Ogre hacks, and he still needs the recipe after. So, yeah, I'm not feeling the Melojul impact right now.
I mean, sometimes that's the story of the Dragon Knight, and really he doesn't have a lot of heroes to kind of follow up on him, especially damage-wise. He has the Mirana arrow, but even if that connects, the question is if you're killing heroes, especially the tankier ones. Still now, a smoke from Navi.
Oh, here we go.
They want the puck. There's gonna be an arrow, and that's a kill.
It matters not to me.
And he brings out the ward immediately. He's like, there's no way he was going to get me in the trees with a freaking dragon tail there. Like, yeah, it's right there. So he loses Reable. It's not a big deal. It's not too bad for Darkside, though. But Navi, I'm going to go for more. Still playing on the enemy side of the map. And that tier 2 top is looking mighty juicy, I must say. Especially with the Beastmaster on your side.
Whoa, look at that one. 4 times odds in favor of Navi, so they're definitely favored in this map 3 here. Their laning stage went well in the early mid game. They didn't lose their ground, and now they're just scaling this Spectre against the heroes of Darkside, and it's just so easy. Gonna be so easy in the later portions of the game to play Dota. Darkside need to be ahead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Roger's finished with his Boots of Bang. Check out what he's got queued up. The Aghanim Shard on the Spirit Breaker. This no longer gives you the break ability. It's the new Planar Rocket. Oh, well, who cares? He's going to be charging it. Nope. Change. Anyway, Planar Rocket, basically for 6 seconds, you have extra magic resistance. And if a spell is used on anyone, it gets, like, targeted to you. Which is great if you have the Bulldoze active. Because then you just, like, shrug it off. But it's an interesting... I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. I missed the old one. I thought the old one was just better.
I mean... Roar and the DK stun, if it's not on the puck and on you, it actually screws over Navi quite a lot, doesn't it?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's still got value. The old one felt like it was easier to use. It was a break plus a BKB plus 200 damage. Like, that was just so, you know, it's just easier to use. This one feels a little bit more, I got to time it right. What if I take a Soul Rip instead, you know? It could be anything.
Definitely smoke from both teams. It is gonna be broken and dizzying. They see him. He needs to kill that illusion. You need to run. He's not running, just standing his ground. Will be going down, but still has the Aegis, so we'll have another life. But the thing is he gonna have any friends to assist him after he's back? No, he's not. He's surrounded by 5 enemy heroes, and his teammates are just running away like cowards. And it seems like Navi, they eat cowards for breakfast. Darkside, they lose only 2, but they were helpless in that fight yet again.
Man, this is what happens. Like that with the once we have the every time the Haunt is up, it's almost impossible for Darkside to take a fight. Like it's just been an absolute, it's just been a massive issue for them. Rebel was the round that fight to throw out his ultimate, but even so, Navi showcasing that if Shigitsu's alive, you're basically losing every fight. So it has to be that Shigitsu dies first, then maybe you can take a 5-on-5 engagement. I mean 5-on-4, sorry.
it's Darkside. I feel like the way they need to be playing this lineup is much faster around the map. Like there needs to be 3-4 engagements in the span of the cooldown of this haunt. You know, some of them you win, some of them you lose, but you create chaos, you force out some spells and stuff like that. If it's like 2 minutes of pause and then fight, 2 minutes of pause and then fight, you're always gonna lose. That's just how it feels like.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's like you have to be the ones that are always causing pressure. You have to force Navi to use the haunt in bad situations and you just back off. Then you keep on fighting. So because if you wait and then Navi's like, oh, we're gonna smoke, we're gonna find you, it's the worst situation. Because not only is it the haunt, but it's also the dragon form, it's also the flesh golem. These are also long cooldown ultimates. And having them around makes a big difference.
But again, the second you lose a fight, that second all of the lanes get pushed out. One good thing though for Darkside is still have an H's Prophet. So pushing out those lanes is not the easiest thing for Na'Vi. But we'll see just how much of a problem that is going to pose later on. Dragon Knight now has a shard, so the fireball will definitely be helping.
It's a little bit worrisome right now, looking at what they have to go through here for Darkside. Can they? I mean, she gets us being charged, but of course they're gonna cancel it. And we talked about the long delay, but Shadow Step does a lot to mitigate that, right? Like if we see Darkside gets 5, they find someone, you throw a Shadow Step. Suddenly it's like, wait, are they coming? Are they not? The missed chance can make a difference. So it's still. It's not as slow. Like now, it's not as slow because they have options. Before this, they had openings, but now Darkside's opening. Their window is much smaller than it used to be, much more narrow.
Seems like tier 2s on both sides are gonna be dropping. We'll see if Darkside wants to defend the top one. Nope, it's already dead. So the tier 2 on top is dead. The tier 2 on the bottom lane is dead as well. Sniper now has a Shadow Blade, so can this change things? Though I kind of feel like both the Spectre and the Dragon Knight are gonna have some dusts.
Yeah, and also if you Shadow Step him, even if he goes invis, I think he still leaves the smoke trail, the shadow trail. So you'll have a rough idea of where he's going no matter what. So it's not. It's you have to get it just because it's part of the build up of the Silver Edge. Like the Silver Edge will make a difference. The Shadow Blade, it's like whatever. I don't think it's going to help him too much. He's mega farmed though, even despite everything that's going on in the game.
Yeah. Despite him having an Aegis, dying twice, dealing 0 damage in a fight, literally 0. And he is still topping the network chart, not for long though. Looking at the Beastmaster and the Spectre, both of them are creeping in. And speaking about the Beastmaster, now he has a blink, so even more ways to get on top of the Sniper.
It's also a level problem that they're having. You can see the levels 17, 16, 17 on the course for Navi, on Darkness all 15. I mean, at least they have their second, spells, second talent levels, but we're gonna see level 3 ultimates come out from Navi very soon. So that's an issue for them. And that is level 14 on the Mirana, whereas the other sports are level 12 and 11. So he is a very farmed Mirana right now.
Definitely looking pretty good for him. Still no shard on the Spirit Breaker, so we'll see how fast he can farm that one. Soneko, poor guy, has a 4-stab. The question is how far that's gonna let you go, and he goes towards the Sniper. Here's my guys here, guys, come on, kill him, and that's exactly what Na'Vi are gonna do. This just looks so easy with Darkside not making any moves, just waiting to be slaughtered.
They have to get to charge. This could be an opening for them, but you gotta say, it doesn't feel like Reable is gonna be enough. And oh, they found him.
Oh, let's see. They're gonna try to kill the Mirana, at least. Daniel, well, not inside of the coil. Actually, now going for the Spectre, doing a lot of damage. Getsu is thinking about staying and fighting, and here's the Dragon Knight to save his buddy. Rabel, you have to finish him off. You're gonna be able to do it, and he's actually surviving through that one. Rabel gets himself out. What is the cost? Roger, at least he will be surviving too. These 2 mobile heroes get themselves out, but they will have no one else to celebrate it with.
1-for-1 trade favoring Darkside a little bit here because they are able to bring them down the most important hero of the game. And Malik, what did this guy get so much farm, dude? He's got Blink Dagger, he's got the Helm of Overlord, he's got BKB, and he's gonna be able to buy the Mystic Staff and go all the way to the Scythe of Vice if he wants. So I had not seen this guy creeping up all the way. Where did he find all this farm?
Well, he's been pushing out the top lane for so long. Roger comes over. He does have the bulldoze, so the stun is not going to be lasting that long. That's why Maljul doesn't want to use it. Arrow not going to be connecting on anyone. And they found the opening. Look at the positioning of the sniper. Where's their Spectre now? Who's going to catch him? Well, it's going to be no one. And let's see. Can they get anything more? Both of the supports do get taken down, and Darkside buy themselves a little bit more time.
I love the vision coming out from the assassinate, allowing the Wrath of Nature to also hit and bring down Daniel. You can see the moment that Spectre is killed, there is an opening for Darkseid to do whatever they want, even when they're behind net worth. So Shigitsu is their only thorn on their side. They can get him down, they can do whatever they want.
So let's see, Darkside, they're back to farming. The lanes are still going to be outpushed just by the Wrath of Nature coming out from the Prophet. So they are quite happy with that one. And Soneko has bought a gem. So that's going to be their attempt to come back into this game. The Lincoln Sphere on the sniper to keep him safe, and no vision onto him whatsoever. Is this an approach you like? Are you happy with the way he's approaching the game, or they are approaching the game?
The Lincoln Sphere on the sniper, I mean, it blocks a lot of what you need to block, right? The dragon tail, the roar, even the shadow step is good, but again, you are seeing, like, when they killed Shigitsu, it took them so long, so it's still an issue for them to bring him down. Sorry, cough.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
anyways the side of Navi still ahead, not a lot. The second Roche is up. It does have a shard. We'll see if they get it. Who are they going to be giving it to? Probably the Beastmaster. On the side of Darkside, well, they're trying to control the map by pushing in the bottom lane. So far, I mean, they are keeping Navi out of the pit.
I'm still alive, don't worry.
Here, we still have a second caster here. Don't worry, guys. And Navi, they're smoked up, but this time around, the puck is not going to be caught.
Oh my god, I don't know what. Sorry about that, but yeah, there the smoke comes out from Navi. Can't find anyone. The vision control this game, neither team having the same like map dominance that they have in Navi. They are able to take the outpost, but of course they've lost theirs already. Decent amount of vision around Roche for both teams here. Navi, they're grouping up. If they can get a haunt off and find someone, then they might be able to take advantage in the Roche fight. So he's being charged. Are they gonna go for it? He's right next to the tower though.
Yeah, they see him clearly, and it's gonna take some time before the Spirit Breaker comes over, so they know exactly where he is. They know exactly where he will hide. They're taking their time. No one is going for Ocean. They know without the Spectre, it's very hard for him to do so. But yeah, Darkside will make their presence known, and Shigetsu, he pulls himself back.
You can see that they were thinking about it, right? They're like, are we gonna go? Maybe, maybe not. There is a double damage win, and by the way, if Darkside, neither team has vision of the area, but Darkside, they can take it, give it to Sniper, to be a big deal, and Reable might be able to take it as well, bottling it up, and Lincoln Sphere is finished on the Sniper. So suddenly, Roar, Dragon Tail, not the issues that they were before. Oh, smoke!
Yeah, they go on to Soneko. That's probably the worst target for you to kill, but it is still a target. I guess with it, you've opened up the Roche pit, and with Spectre having the Manta, this should be a fast one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And actually, no, Soneko buys back. He will be able to throw rockets, but I don't think they're in. Yeah, there's no way they're in time. They're just gonna be shredded. Mantistalk did a huge amount of work, and they didn't even get to split push bottom a lot. That the creeps didn't even reach the tower. So a bit of an unfortunate move by Darkside here, getting no value out of that buyback for Soneko.
And also, they got the gem from Soneko. He was the one that had it. Still, you know, no Flesh Golem, no Moonlight Shadow, no Dragon Form. So let's see if Darkside can maybe use this window. They do have a DD on the Sniper, so it wouldn't be the worst to try and fight now.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you have that, but you're also up against the Aegis, so it's a bit tricky for both sides. And as the longer the game goes, though, Navi continues to get more and more control of the map, so a little bit scary here. I don't know. I'm just not seeing a way Darkside can make a huge comeback unless she gets to dice first. Melajul, he's got the Agam Scepter, he's got the black dragon now, he's got the BKB. He's gonna hit level 20, so he can go for either. I guess the Dragon Form attack mage is really sweet. No, they haven't pushed high ground yet, which is difficult to do against a sniper though. Like the shrapnel does cause, as well as the of course the massive range you have with the Hurricane Pike. It's a bit of a problem, but now they can just farm up and close up the map, and they know they have the better late game.
So now the Dragon Knight has an Aghanim Scepter as well. So the big black dragon is gonna be a part of the game as well, and that is something that actually does allow you to push a little bit safer, don't it?
Yes. You hit it once, you go back, it's like what, 150 damage with the
Maybe-
Black Dragon? Pretty intense.
Rabel just got arrowed in the trees. That is just so sad. They knew that he was somewhere there, and now the bonus kills are gonna be coming through Malik. He finds an H's prop from 2 cores in the map. Dead just like that. They're gonna try to get something in return, and they do finish off the Undying. But look at Shigetsu. I mean, with the Aegis, he just feels no fear to stay in front of him.
Yeah, it's like you kill the position 5 and you got 2 cores in return, so heavily in favor of Navi. And yeah, by the way, Spectre also has the Skull Basher, which means that TPing in front of him is no longer an option, or at least a very risky option if you want to go for. What do you have on Roger here? Still going for the Agam shot. He's got 2,000 gold, but he's not fine.
Yeah, well, he might lose his life right now. He tries to go for a charge. He got stunned up mid-charge. Even though Melajul was bashed up as well, it's not going to be enough to live. And the lingering damage from the Dragonite will secure the kill.
Dire's
I'm going to go for the
bottom
bomb
tower
too.
is
You
under
can
attack.
push all the way up into their side if they
Dire's
want to.
bottom tower
Navi,
has
they still have some time on the Aegis as well. What's it, like 3 minutes left or something? No, sorry, it's 2 minutes and
Dire's
20
bottom
seconds. So
tower is
still
under
plenty of time
attack.
if they want to go for high ground. They are going to have everyone up for Darkside to defend the tower at least. Oh, holy crap, they're going for it.
Oh, they found the 2 of them, and Mirana is just immediately dead. Melajul, he does have a BKB to live a little bit longer, and he'll walk himself away, but with Spectre jumping in. Lizzie, well, that neutral item, it might help you a little bit, but in the end, with the roar, you're not getting out of that one alive. Yeah, just no way to survive.
I would like to see Reable actually push out the lanes, like try to cut it with the. I mean, he's got a puck with Lincoln's Spear. It does feel like that's an option for him, but he's kind of defending the tower instead of
Dire's
cutting
bottom
creeps, which is
tower has fallen.
interesting. I guess he feels that it's still not very safe for him to do that. What are they gonna go for? Shigetsu, they might catch him. Oh, the charge is too slow.
Radiant's
I think it was
top
actually
tower is under
cancelled.
attack.
A little unfortunate. That could have been an opening for them to kill Shigetsu, but he does make it out alive.
You know, he has an Aegis. I feel like if you go onto an Aegis Spectre, you better have like 10 lives, because the dispersion alone is gonna kill you.
Visibility.
Hey, can you click on Roger? Do you see his health regeneration? Is it 9.8 for you?
I can't click on him. I'm here just watching Melajul going for Rabel. They do break the Lincolns, and he gets into the trees. Last time in the trees, he just died, and we found you. He doesn't have a blink, so he probably doesn't have the life. He's gonna go to the side, get stunned up. He is gonna try to live here with the status resistance from the Kai and Sanj, and gets himself again just into the hands of the enemies. Like, what is happening? They are everywhere, just killing him.
And that's why the poor guy can't split push either to make space for his team. So he is just suffering on this puck. And I would go back to the Spin Breaker because I think it's a visual bug. He's got only 10 health regen when the Boots of Baron gives you 15 by itself. But I look at his health regen, it seems like it's 30. It's just that there's a visual bug going on with that. Either way,
Dire's bottom
Navi,
tower
you
is
got
under attack.
three of the top 4 net worth are on your side. Reable can't do too much. You have great too much. Lizzie! Oh no!
Blast Rig not helpful when there's a Manta on the Spectre. Just immediately removes the effect. No more miss. Roger, luckily this guy turned into a human just in time, but let's see if Roger can get out of this one. No use on the Mirana, so Roger can easily charge away. It's not like he's a hero they want to keep chasing, but Malik has found him. He's gonna hex him. He's gonna put a hawk into his face, root him, roar on him, and in the end, just take him down.
Your elements return to nature.
It's I'm trying to find some way to like hype up Darkside's chances in this game, but it is 36 minutes against a Spectre. You have a sniper, a Nature's Prophet, and no Silver Edge. Spectre is Giga farmed. I don't really know. You don't have any sort of displacement ability. You don't have like a Pudge Hook or some sort of mark that's supposed to catch them and put them on your side when they go high ground. Your best bet is that Navi makes a mistake. And that's the honest truth. Like Darkside has to hope Navi kind of screws up their push, and they take advantage of it.
They're not gonna do that. I don't know. I feel like Darkside need to be trying to force Navi to make a mistake, which they haven't been doing for a very long time. Now they've just gone into split push mode, and I mean, whenever we see their faces, it doesn't seem like they're discussing a lot. And this is the type of game where to win, you need to come up with a lot of things, theory craft during the game, speak about it. You have time to do it now. I mean, nothing is happening on the map, and everyone is just dead silent there. Look at Roger. He's not saying anything. Blizzy either. It feels like they're done.
Oh, they might get the Mirana though.
They use the protector stuff, and Shigetsu coming over. Coil only gonna be connecting onto the illusions. They heal up the Mirana. Daniel is gonna be assassinated, but it's actually the puck that dies in the end. Mirana lives, no issues whatsoever. She does have her teammates to protect her.
Man, I mean, every time look at he's being caught, man. It doesn't feel like the usual puck where it's very elusive. It just feels like we said it's going to be pretty hard for them to catch the puck, but they just made it look easy so far on Navi's side.
I mean, when now you have Yule Scepters, when you have a Hex, it has just become much easier. And, you know, they did pick the Dragonite last pick against the puck. It's not only a lane counter, it can be a counter later on in the game as well, and that's exactly what's happening here. 2 heroes without buybacks. You talked about messing up the high ground push. It's not looking like that's gonna happen.
No, you just put your tankiest guy in the front. He's gonna have Dragon Form in a second, so this might be more than one lane of Brax's. Top lane, Roger loses his life. She just shows up. It's like, oh, okay, I'll just shadow step and go back to my team later. It's no big deal. Yeah, there's the melee racks. Like we talked about the shrapnel defending, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything right now.
Yeah, Dizzying he's helping with his ulti, and he has 23,000 net worth, which is pretty much useless for him right now. I can't do anything for it. We do have a Solar Crest on the Mirana. That's one thing that we haven't touched upon really here. So, any thoughts about the item?
It certainly got better, right? Like 1 extra attribute, 25 extra movement speed. I mean, I didn't think the item was that bad. It doesn't look as good as a Lotus Orb. In a game like this, though, when the enemy team doesn't have amazing single target abilities that you want to reflect, like what, Sprout? Other strike maybe? It looks really good. Oh, is he going to lose his life?
Yeah, he is gonna lose his life to illusions, and it actually looked very easy. I don't like Shigetsu can stay there, but I think he was just showing off.
The tips come out. That is not just like net worth damage, that's emotional damage. You know, you just died to the enemy's illusions. It's not gonna feel great if you're Seneko right now.
So this game now, it looks very much over for Darkside. Navi, or used to be PuckChamp, coming from Division 2, their first match looks like it's gonna be a victory. I have to say though, coming into the series, I looked at Darkside as the better ones. Yeah, this guy's just gone. I look at them as the better team, but I feel like Navi, in all 3 games, they looked stronger than Darkside.
Game 2, I thought it looked like Darkside had a good grasp of the game, what they need to do with the double force staff, and that looked really nice for them. In this game, though, Navi, I mean, they just ran with it from the start. I love the Dragonite last pick as a counter, and the top, like, Shigetsu feels like he didn't get punished at all. Again, it just feels like Spectre got way too much out of the game that she shouldn't have gotten. And Malik is second highest net worth on this Beastmaster. Like, how is he so farmed? It's Darkside, they're too slow. You know, either they respect their teams too much, or they're not aggressive enough. But either way, they take too long to take fights, especially even against like these high cooldown ultimates on the enemy side. Shigetsu's being charged, but I think that's gonna do too much.
Yeah, I feel like it's just they don't have the capabilities to execute their drafts. These are very hard drafts to execute that have like a skill ceiling that is probably so high, and then you don't execute well enough. That is what I'm seeing here in kind of all 3 games. Yeah, the second game they did win, but I feel like that they could have done even better, right? There were unnecessary mistakes. So I have to say right off the bat, of course, it's only the first game of the DPC, but I always have more faith in Soneko and Roger in particular. I feel like this support duo is as good as it gets, or probably would have been that way a couple of years back.
I'm seeing some people also saying that it might not, like this Dizzying, Blizzy, they are fairly new to this level. Oh god, Roger, speaking of it, he's on his life. They are fairly new to this very ultra high competitive arena, so it's gonna take some time for them to get used to it, and it's showing, right? We didn't really see much from Dizzy in this series. In game 1 with the Pudge wasn't looking too hot. This game as well. It's been a tough. It's been a tough series for him. He's
Yeah, for
doing
sure.
pretty well actually on the sniper.
Really? I
He died a couple-
disagree.
he died
I
a
mean, he
couple-
has
a couple of
net worth,
times.
but his contribution to the fight, I don't know if he did like 10,000 euro damage in this game. Like it's just
Oh.
not looking good for him.
I'm gonna. I think he's done like 15, maybe even 20,000. I'm just gonna go on that. Remember, he's doing a lot of damage. It's all his shrapnel, of course. You know.
So anyways, the Spectre Illusions are going to be sent in, and this time around, they save their support. You're not going to be killing us inside of our base again. Arrow, not going to be connecting. Dizzy, he's standing his ground and killing the Tombstone. Navi, well, they're not going to be remembering their ancestors now, but that just might make him even more mad.
Still, though, this tier 3 tower is gonna fall fairly soon. Rebuild jumps in, but it doesn't really do too much for them. Oh, and hit Sonic, we're going in.
They're going in onto the Dragon Knight. He's taking a lot of damage with the Force Staff. He'll be more than fine. And he says, I don't want to run. I want to go in with the BKB. It's protecting the sniper a little bit, but in the end, he's still going to be cut down. Shigetsu shows who the real carry is. They're going to be putting down the coil. But you don't have the damage, you don't have the courage, you don't have the heroes. Navi have taken over their base, and it seems like they have won this series.
Not gonna lie, man, it feels like it was over almost from the 20-minute mark, and we were just sort of like, maybe Darkside, maybe they can do it, and we just, it ended up looking impossible. Rebuild keeps getting caught on the puck. A lot of it's Navi is just doing an excellent job, but we didn't see the puck's impact. Losing the mid lane also hurt them a lot. Top lane, yeah, you were able to get farm on your sniper, but it doesn't matter. The enemy team's got Spectre with a radius breach. Sage job, Lizzie. He's never losing his life, but TG's already called. Congratulations, Navi. The first game of the second tour of the DPC among all regions. So, I'll wait for them. What a start.
Yeah, I mean, from the guys that haven't disconnected there on the Darkside cameras, you could see despair, and they're not talking about much. I mean, in those situations, you might want to stay silent, but you still need to be talking about this one. They looked very lost in some games. I would say in game number 1, even though they lost, they looked the best in terms of moving around the map in the early mid game. But overall, this is not the gameplay I expected from them. I thought they were gonna be doing better. In the end, Navi looked like the better team today, and they won the series. So OTOMO, I mean, coming into the series, you were right. You said Navi, you thought they were the favorites, and they proved it.
Yeah, I thought they'd take it serious, but not the games I thought. I thought game 1 was like Navi, game 2 went Navi again, but Darkside they really proved it. Game 3 went for Darkside, but Navi brought the series to their victory. Well played. And hey, he did do 15,000 hero damage on the sniper. You're doubting him. Turns out no, he did 15,000, so kudos to him. But overall, it just felt like in this game it was a lack of aggression. You mentioned that it's difficult to like play with this lineup with Nature's Puff and Spiritback. These heroes, either they do really well early on, or they kind of fall off, and that's their global presence, a lot of their strength, but they need items to make use of it. And didn't see much out of Sonico. Dizzy, I think, had a decentest performance in the game 3, but nothing compared to Shigetsu. Shigetsu was absolutely just smashing them. And by the way, Daniel on Mirana had the most kills with 12 kills on Mirana.
That's quite a lot. Though we did see one of the teams that got upgraded to Division 1. That's Navi, and they did win. So kudos to them. Very nicely done. The next game, though, will be the team that was first in Division 2, and that is going to be Hydra. They're going to be facing off against One Move, so that should be an interesting series as well. Let's see if the guys that are coming for Division 2 are going to be taking over day number 1, or is it going to be differently with One Move being able to beat Hydra? But we're going to find out what's going to happen in that series after a short break, so stay with us.